Hey yogis, have you been sitting a lot during quarantine? Well, if you have, this video is for you. We're gonna quickly warm up and activate the glutes and hamstrings, and then we're gonna stretch it out. So join me on your mat. We're gonna get started right away in tabletop position. You might want a couple blocks for this practice, but it's not really necessary if you don't have them. So come down onto hands and knees and spread your fingers nice and wide. From here, make sure the hands are right directly under the shoulders, knees are right under those hips. You'll extend the right leg straight back and make sure those toes are facing down towards the floor. So you can glance at the right toes, look back there, and see, is your inner thigh internally rotating? Are your toes facing downward? If they're turning out to the side, just internally rotate that leg, and then let's reach the left arm forward. So we're gonna find length through the left fingertips, that right heel, and then find your breath. Deepen the breath in and out through the nose. Good. From here, left hand can go to the floor, and then you're going to do little pulses with that right leg. Activate that right glute muscle and lift the heel just slightly up towards the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it there. Let's bend that right knee and do the same thing. Sole of the foot is lifting up towards the ceiling. You want to slightly tuck your hips under so you feel a little jump in that right glute for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the legs straight. Release the ball of the foot onto the floor and just press the heel back a few times as you begin to stretch out through the lower leg, the calf, way down into the heel. Okay, let's release that right knee down to the floor. Now do the same thing with the left leg. So extend the left leg straight back. Toes are facing down, left foot is flexed, internally rotating that thigh, and then you'll reach the right arm forward when you have your balance. All right, reach, reach, reach here. Find the breath. Good, release that right hand down. Let's do those little pulses with that left leg. Start to feel that right glute lift up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there, then bend the knee. Slightly tuck your hips under. You really want to feel that engagement right in that space between your thigh and your glute for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the legs straight. Release the ball of the foot down and then press the heel back just a few times. Nice, you guys. We'll take both knees back to the floor, and then you'll curl the toes under. Slowly start to extend up and back with your hips. Coming into a down dog with heels high. Even knees can be bent for this first one. Good. Push down into the ground. And then from here, I want you to deeply bend your knees and then start to slowly extend. You can keep the heels high. Again, bend the knees and extend. One more time. Good. Now let's try to reach both heels down towards the floor. Bend your take your right foot to the back of the left heel and start to reach the left heel down towards the floor. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right foot comes to the ground. Other side, you're going to try to bring the left toes behind the right heel and try to reach the heel down towards the ground for 5, 4, smooth, deep breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Both feet come back to the ground.
All right, let's try to reach both heels down. Maybe look between your legs and try to get those legs as straight as they can go. And then shift the weight into the left foot, lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. So reach the right heel back as if somebody has your ankle in their hands and they're pulling you backwards. And then find equal weight through both of your hands here. Good, let's release the right heel down. Switch sides, left leg lifts up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Good, release that left foot down. Same thing again, right leg lifts up. This time you're gonna pull the knee into the chest and step the foot between the hands. Lower the knee to the ground. Now you can have one hand on either side of the foot like this. If you need a little bit more space between you and the floor, you can take the blocks. Sometimes I just feel like it feels really nice with the blocks, a lot more supportive this way. Okay, so allow your hips to press forward and down. Maybe even walk your hands back or your blocks back so your shoulders are on top of your hips. And then we're going to shift the weight back, extend the right leg straight and flex that right foot. We're going to take 5 deep breaths here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale. Inhale, bend your right knee again. And from here, curl your left toes under and lift that knee up. So you're in a low lunge. Your fingertips can be on the floor or those blocks, maybe even having your blocks a little bit lower. And then from here, you're going to shift the weight forward and back. Forward and back. So just feel that heel pressing forward and then press the heel backwards. You might hear some cracks here. I just did in my ankle. Good, and then rebend the knee again, and we're gonna go right back to those half splits. Extend the right leg straight, maybe walking the blocks or the hands back. Flex the foot. Sometimes it's even nice to even take your left hand and pull the toes backwards just a bit. Good. Rebend the right knee. Let's take it to downward dog. Curl the left toes under, lift the knee up, and step the right foot back. Okay, from here again, shift the weight to the right foot, lift the left leg up. Pull the knee into the chest, step the foot between the hands, lower that right knee down, and allow your chest to rise. Those hips press forward, just getting a nice little hip flexor stretch first before going deeper into those hamstrings. And then shift the weight back, extend the left leg, flex the foot, maybe walk those blocks back or hands back a bit. Find your breath, smooth and deep. And then rebend the left knee. Curl the right toes under, lift that right knee up. Okay, and again, you can just begin to shift the weight forward and back a few times. Good, and then drop that right knee back down. Last time, half splits. Press your seat backwards, chest is forward. You have a nice long spine here. And again, maybe you want to take your right hand to your foot and pull your toes slightly back. Good, let's rebend the left knee. Lift that right knee up and step that left foot back, down dog. From here, take a little walk to the front of your mat. You can still have those blocks under your hands.
Take a flat back, look up, and you're gonna take a step back with your left foot. So you have a nice long spine here. Again, fingertips can be framing the right foot or maybe blocks on either side of the foot. Inhale, lengthen through the spine once more, and exhale, bend at your elbows and see if you can get your chin down towards your shin or knee to nose. Good, lift the chest, walk the blocks back, bend your left knee and flex your right foot. So it's kind of like Ardha Hanuman, but you're standing. Good. And then you're going to walk the blocks back forward. Left foot steps forward to make a right flat back. Look up. Right foot steps back and exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine again. Now start to shift weight into your right foot, bend the left knee, bend the right knee and flex the left foot. Good. Release the left foot down, take a step forward with that right foot and let it meet the left, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, separate the feet and take a forward fold here. Grab opposite elbows, let the upper body hang down towards the lower body. There can still be a little bend in the knees, but you work on straightening them. And then release the hands to the floor or the block. You're going to take a big bend with your left knee. Left hand is in front of the left foot and reach the right arm up. Try to stack those shoulders energetically. Right hand is reaching towards the ceiling. And then right hand comes to the ground. In front of the right foot, lift the left arm up. Good, let's take both hands back to the floor. Lengthen through the spine and then take a step back, high plank, and we'll drop the knees to the ground. From here, you're gonna come to the long edge of your mat and we'll take wide-legged forward fold. So today, I want you to take your legs out wide, feet are flexed, and you're gonna think about externally rotating your hips just to keep your stability in the hips, and we're gonna start to hinge forward from the waist. It might even be beneficial for you today to take the hands to the hips and keep the feet really flexed and active and start to hinge forward. And just stop the hinge where you start to feel like everything's kind of floating inward, right? When the thighs start to roll inward, that's not really what I want today. So press the thighs, not the inner thighs, it's really the outer thighs, press them backwards, and you're gonna start to hinge forward from the hips, starting, and you can even take your arms forward, but you're just gonna stop wherever you want, wherever the body wants to start to fall forward, stop there and breathe. For me, it's right here. Okay, inhale, come back up. You're gonna start to walk your hands forward now. Maintaining that same thought of keeping an external rotation in the hips. Keep the toes facing up towards the ceiling. You can come down to the forearms or even to the belly if that's more comfortable. Or more of a stretch. And breathe. Excuse me. Just notice that the toes are kind of turning inward. That's a good indicator that those inner thighs are also turning inward. Good, walk your hands back upright, and you're going to bend the right knee in, keep the left leg exactly where it is. From here, you can walk yourself forward again, come down into the forearms, and just breathe. Good, and then walk yourself back upright. Okay, from here, you're gonna take the right foot down on the floor. So the heel's, I don't know, about a fist distance, a little bit more than that away from your right sit bone. And then you can stay like this, walking your hands forward. You wanna try something fun today? You're gonna take your left hand to the right ankle, grab the outer edge of the ankle. The hand is in front of the ankle, and then you're gonna lean to the left side. Now you can just press your right knee away, just like this. This is option 2. Or option 3 would be reaching that right arm, bicep by the ear, and reach for the outer edge of the left foot with the right hand. And hold it for 5 breaths. 3, 4, and 5. Let's come back upright. Good job. Extend that right leg straight. Bend your left knee in, and we'll do the same thing on this side. So lengthen through the spine here. Keep that right foot flexed and active, and then walk your hands forward. Come down to the forearms. Okay, walk yourself back upright. Again, you're gonna take that left foot to the floor, so the left knee straight up towards the ceiling. You have the option here of just folding forward this way. The other option is taking your right hand to your left ankle and start to press your left knee away with your left hand. Right, option 2. Option 3, hold the upper body where it is and just take the left arm up and over your ear and reach for the outer edge of that right foot. Just breathe. For 2. For 3. Almost lean back if you're in this bind that I'm in. For 4. And 5. Let's come back upright, nice and slow, and come to face the front of your mat again. You're gonna come all the way down onto your back. And then from here, keep your left knee bent and foot on the floor, and just draw your right knee into the chest. And then interlace the fingers now behind the calf or behind the thigh, whatever is most available for you today. And just breathe here. Now you have the option of extending that left leg straight if you'd like. And maybe it feels good today to flex and point through your toes, especially this one, this right one that's up in the air right now. Good, and then release that right foot down to the ground. You're gonna lift the left leg up and do the same thing here. We're just gently pulling that leg in towards the chest. You have the option of extending that right leg now. And maybe point and flex the feet a few times. Good, release the left leg back to the ground, cross the right ankle over your left thigh, lift the left foot up and interlace the fingers behind the left leg. And then gently draw the knee in towards the chest. And then you'll extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. And maybe here, keep the sacrum totally on the floor, but now take the hands to the calf and start to draw the leg back or towards your face. Good, release the left foot, release the right foot, and we'll switch sides. Left ankle crosses over, right thigh, lengthen number 4, and then you're going to lift the right leg up, interlace the fingers behind the thigh, and gently draw it in. Now keep the sacrum heavy on the floor. Lower back's pressing down into the ground, and then option to extend the right leg. Walk your hands up the calf, and do the same thing here. Gently draw it in. You might not go very far. Good, release the right foot.
Release the left foot. Hug both of your knees into your chest. Give yourself a great big hug for showing up on your mat today. And then interlace or reach for opposite elbows behind the thighs. Keep the sacrum down on the ground and just bend and extend a few times through the legs. Nice and gentle and slow. Notice if the back of the legs feel a little more lengthened, a little more flexible. And then release the legs long to the corners of your mat and just take rest for a few minutes. Relax the shoulders away from ears. Let your breath be deep, relaxed. Namaste, friends.